Now, if I've done something to you, just tell me what I've done to you.
But you didn't do anything to me. I just don't like you no more.
You didn't like me yesterday.
Why does he not want to be friends with you no more? What is he, 12?
What the hell's going on with you, me feckin' brother?
He's dull, Siobhan.
But he's always been done.
I think it's a good night out, but a little melancholy too, but that can be a good night out. I've had a few of those. I always wanted to get Colin and Brendan back together ever since In Bruges days. You know, they're not scared of being vulnerable as actors. Humour, they're great comedians too. Just truth, they're not scared of mining the truth in every scene, even if it doesn't look good for them necessarily.
Yeah, McDonagh, you know, he's just, he's a wordsmith, and we've obviously had, or not obviously, but we worked with him 14 years ago on a film called In Bruges, and we had an extraordinary time, and his writing is just so exquisite and so singular, you know, he just has a way of creating characters and setting them up in dynamics that are very unique.
Well, Martin worked with everybody, apart from Barry, he had worked with everybody, so he knew who he was kind of writing with in mind, and all of those people came in and knew him, so we were kind of all on the one journey, really.
Yeah, Sheila Flitton and Gary Lydon, and there was a bunch of people around that were just everywhere you looked, there were extraordinary actors doing extraordinary work, you know.
Yeah, dream job.
Yeah.
Martin sits in two camps. As a writer, he's such an assured writer from theatre and from film, and his screenplays are witty and dark and full of humanity, and that's a great combination, and it's a tightrope of tone. On these ones, as a director, it's the fourth film he's directed. I think he's now a visionary director. He knows exactly what he's going to do, exactly what his film's going to look like, and exactly how to work with his actors. So he's in a great space.
Barry, again, can be very vulnerable, but your heart goes out to him, I think, in the film. He's funny, but he's another sort of sad character in the film. Kerry Condon, I worked with her like 20 years ago on the stage, and I knew she'd bring anger and warmth and comedy and just her brilliance.
I want people to enjoy it. I think it's a very funny film, and it's very sad, and maybe we all think about friendship and arguments and what we are to each other and why we end up where we do. Siobhan, played by Kerry Condon in this film, is the voice of sanity, and she's the one saying, you fucking idiots, why don't you just learn to talk to each other and move on with your lives? And I think she might have the moral of the story there.